here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with day 21 in our Scrappy Advent Calendar. I cannot believe it. We are like, oh, the end is in sight. This is my second last process video, so we're very, very close to the end here. And I have to tell you something, which is why you can see my hands moving. I filmed this as like a real-time voiceover, but in actual fact it was way too long. It was like 20 minutes. This took me a long time, and that's much too long for a process video, so I ended up obviously speeding this up double time, and so obviously I have no longer doing the real-time voiceover, and you're getting my voiceover instead. And so my hands moving around and things probably aren't making a lot of sense, so I do apologize. But I am telling story number 19 and 20 in Jess's December Daily album, and what I'm talking through here is the fact that I have 5 photos on each of these spreads. So on the spread that's on the left-hand side, which is actually day 20, I'm going to do a little pull-up, like a pull-out tab sort of thing, but on the side that I'm working on now, the right hand side, which weirdly enough is story number 19, I've got them around the wrong way. I am doing a flip thing with the snap, what are they called, the snap flip file things, like they're extra kind of plastic pockets with an adhesive strip on the end, and you can add them to anything really, but I like adding them to the pocket pages on the outside of the pocket page to create an extra like flip onto your page. So I could have added a lot more photos to this spread, but I don't. Actually, and now that I'm saying this, I think this particular layout that I'm working on now only has 4 photos, but one of them was a landscape photo and the other 3 were portrait. And so I was trying to work out the best way to kind of show that. And I think from memory, that's where we're going with this. So you can see here the flap. I'm just trying to work out where it needs to stick. And what I'm kind of explaining is that if I stick it down now, I can't I can't insert anything else into the pocket. So I have to stick it down once I've done both sides of this particular spread, because once I stick that extra flat part down, it's really hard to get anything out in and out of the pocket behind it. So I am working on the part that you'll see, like the top facing part of this flap. And if this looks familiar, it's because it's the exact same both paper and also technique that I used for the video just before this one on day 19. They aren't going that close together in Jess's album, so hopefully it won't be too noticeable. But I used this exact same paper, the red paper with the animal scene on it, and I also used the doily like I'm doing here. It's embellished totally differently, but nonetheless, that is what I did. So I have stuck down my landscape photo on this side, and now I'm adding some little bits and pieces. I found this super cute Santa sack of gifts with a little emu's head sticking out of it, and then I thought I would use this koala sitting on the presents and the little emu sticker. These are photos of the boys with their empty Santa sacks. So this is the Christmas Eve photos where the boys have put out their Santa sacks, and also they've put out their treats for Santa. And then the other 2 photos show the full Santa sack, so Santa's been, and then he's eaten some of the treats, which is lovely. Unfortunately, I couldn't get them in order on the page because Jess took a landscape photo, which does not work with the orientation of the rest of her images. So it doesn't flow that well on the page, but it's such a small scale that I don't think that will make a huge amount of difference. So I'm just adding a few little bits. I've added another koala sitting on some presents, because why not? And then I've added a little stocking to that photo on the top there. There was quite a bit of kind of empty space there, so I actually had 2 little stocking stickers, and then I'm done with this part of it. Now again, as I said, I can't stick down that flap until I've finished doing story number 19. So I can't stick it down just yet. I need to do story number 19 first. So I am just adhering the photos onto the back, because these are 4x6 pocket pages and I've got 3x4 photos. I like to adhere them on the back of each other so that they kind of are anchored together. So that's what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, have I done these the right way? But I have. So I'm working on story number 20, not story number 19. So the first story I worked on was the Christmas Eve with the laying out of the sacks, and Santa has been. And then these photos I'm working on now are the boys opening their gifts on Christmas morning. So I don't do a hell of a lot of embellishing here. The stories are pretty cute. I mean, they absolutely tell, sorry, the photos are cute and they absolutely tell the story without me needing to, do much embellishing. Now, you'll notice that I'm not going to stick these photos to each other on the back here because I want to create a little pull out for my extra photo, and also by doing that, create a space for Jess to put her journaling. So at the moment, she could definitely put her journaling on the photos. There's plenty of room. But because I wanted to add this extra photo, she gave me 5 photos, so I want to add all 5 to the page. I thought, you know what, I'm going to create space for her to put her journaling on the other side. Now, unfortunately, I had to cut myself a new kind of tag because I use Kaisercraft 12 by 12 cardstock, and it's got the branding strip down the bottom, but I usually forget to take it off, and so you could see the writing on the branding strip, and even though I was covering one side with pattern paper, it was still enough that you could see it. So look, would it bother everyone? Probably not. But I just got a new piece. Now I'm adding my little Avery Index tab before I put the pattern paper and the photo down so that I can cover part of that sort of plasticky bit that sticks it down, the adhesive part. If I hadn't have done that, it's not a big deal. It's completely see-through, but I just thought I would for a more seamless look. So I'm adding the pattern paper. Now I'm not going to embellish this piece of paper at all. I'm going to leave space for the journaling. Sorry, I had to rush off and sneeze then, if that was a bit abrupt. I obviously needed to make sure I didn't include my sneeze on the voiceover because I would have deafened you all. So you can see there, I've created my little extra kind of taggy tab thing. I am going to add the number, and I'm going to add that to the outside of the page protector because it is quite bulky, obviously. So this is story number 20, so I'm just adding that with those tiny little thickers there. I love those thickers. And then I'm going to pick a little tiny word that I can add to both sides of this Avery Index tab. So I'm just going to use the little inserts that come with it. I do find I have to cut them down a little bit just to get the kind of fluffy bits off, to get it to slide into the little tab properly. So I'm just trimming that, and then I'm going to pick my tiny words and stick them down. So tell me, how are you guys all going? Are you having a most amazing December? I really hope you are. It's been a very busy one for us, not so much with fun like Christmassy things, just work has been crazy busy, and then Lincoln's finishing up kinder this year and he's heading to big school next year, so there's lots of fun things happening for the family. We haven't done quite as many Christmas activities as we have done in the past, but that's okay, we've been busy. Life happens. So yeah, it's been fun. I am looking forward to Christmas very much so. I'm having a break, but not actually until after the new year. So I'm looking forward to having a little bit of time off. The kids don't go back to daycare and school until, well, Lincoln goes to school at the end of January, and then daycare doesn't start back until kind of mid-Jan. So it'll be nice to spend some time with the family. So I'm sticking down my extra little flippy flappy bit. That's what I'm doing here. Just making sure I've got it all the right way. So I've stuck that down. You can still pull out the inserts in that flap so Jess can add her journaling, and then I will add my numbers to the outside, and then I'm going to be done. So make sure you check out Jess's opening video. Hopefully she liked this one. We are very close to the end and I'm very excited. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we really look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And as I said, make sure you check out Jess's opening video and you can just see me there flipping through everything. But thank you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful December. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.